Hi, this is Scott Schubert, and a lot of people have been asking me about this super exciting topic of discussion that has become the buzz among a number of traders who are now doing very well with their trading, and that is what to do with your profits from your Forex trading account. Of course, you want to experience that point where you're seeing consistent, long-term, positive results in your trading business, and you want to be able to, at some point, trade full-time, and a lot of people want to be able to reach that point where they're trading consistently and earning a living from their trading business, as well as continuing to increase their capital to help fund their other interests in life and use a portion of the profits for other investments. I've noticed that most people who are interested in Forex trading are working class people or working professionals. That is, most people who are trading Forex already have another job or business, or are working as some kind of a professional, as a doctor or a CPA or psychiatrist or a computer engineer. And people who are interested in Forex trading come from all kinds of backgrounds. Some I've met are work-at-home moms or truck drivers or college students. But the point is, the thing that makes Forex trading so desirable is the potential to rapidly build or increase capital. And of course, for most people, it has the potential to rapidly lose capital. So that's the flip side of this business. It's considered extremely challenging. It's considered to be somewhat difficult and very rare for a person to be able to achieve this. But the people who are interested in Forex trading are interested in building their business and developing their skill to the point where their trading business can replace their current job or other business. And then once you reach that point, where do you go from there? Well, if you intend to earn a living from your Forex trading business, here are some guidelines. Step one, this is very crucial, and a lot of people overlook this step, and that is learn to trade. So a lot of people start off planning to make a living from trading, and they don't know how to trade, and that's a somewhat unwise approach to starting this business. So the first step is very critical, and how long will it take you to do this? How much time, how much work will it take you to master this business? If you have a realistic and positive attitude toward this business, then you'll be willing to do whatever it takes, go through however much time it will take, and however much practice and study it will take for you to be able to learn to trade with consistent profit. Again, I always emphasize that Forex trading is not some kind of a trick that you learn from an ebook or learn in one weekend. It's a skill that must be mastered over a period of time with diligent practice and study. So how much money do you need to earn a living and cover all your living expenses? It's a good idea to be clear about how much you need to get to that point first. How long will it take to make sure that you know how to trade? Well, most people do start off with very optimistic expectations, and then over time, when they see that this business requires study and practice and developing a skill, many people will just give up after a short period of time. And if you already have a realistic expectation that you're going to make this work and that it might take even a few years for you to do it, then you won't get bogged down along the way and give up after a short period of time the way so many people do. You don't know how long it will take you to really develop your skill and master this business, so just have realistic expectations and be prepared to keep on working no matter how much time it takes you to get to that point. Here's another good idea. Have another source of income for as long as necessary until you're able to demonstrate long-term consistent results in trading. If you quit your job and start trading, you are very likely to be dooming yourself to total failure, and it's likely to cause yourself a lot of frustration and misery. And it's a very unwise thing to do. And people don't start their first year in law school and quit their job and expect to start making a living as an attorney when they haven't graduated yet. But for some reason, when it comes to Forex trading, people do some very unwise things. So just keep in mind that if you really intend to make this business work for you, approach it just like you would going to law school or medical school or going to computer software engineering school or any other school that takes time for you to learn something. People who go to college, they have a plan for how they're going to make a living while they're going to college. How many live accounts, not to mention demo accounts, but how many live accounts will you need to lose in order to learn to trade? This is a big factor that is the downfall of many traders, is that they will open an account and use their savings or take money out of a credit card, and if they start losing that money, and if that money starts to dwindle down, that's the end. And you might want to look at this with a little bit more realistic expectations and a little bit more of a long-term view, such as if you were going to college, you might pay as much as $1,000 per class, or how much does it cost per semester or per quarter? How much does it cost per year to go to college? And compare that to just opening a small account and say, this is live trading 101. It's going to cost me $1,000, $5,000, or however much you choose to use of real capital, and know in advance that that money is likely to be your tuition payment for learning how to trade. And you could go through several of those and it would still be worth it. So if you start off with this realistic positive expectation, then you're guaranteed to succeed because you're not going to give up. But if you are devastated when you lose the only savings that you have on a live account, then that's going to destroy all hope for you. And if you had just had a little bit more of a realistic expectation, just like any student who's going to college and is going to pay, you don't just come up with the money for one class when you go to college, and if once you pay for that class, if you're not making a living as a surgeon or something, you give up because you know you're going to have to pay for more classes and it's going to take some time. So have a realistic expectation. This is one of the biggest factors that causes people to lose, is just having a totally unrealistic expectation and not being prepared to make that payment of tuition on losing more than one live account. How many? Maybe one, maybe five. What if it took 10 live accounts? Would it still be worth it? And how much time would that take? How much money would that be? And then compare it to the cost of a college degree, becoming a professional in some other industry, or starting some other business, and chances are you'll find that it's really cheap and easy for you to learn this business compared to some other things. How many pips per month do you earn on average after you learn how to trade? How much increase in capital are you seeing? Are you able to get to 5% or 10%? 20% increase in capital per month? Traders from other financial markets consider this to be unheard of, but if you've ever been involved in Forex trading, you've probably seen that this is quite possible to do. There's no guarantee that you'll be able to do this, and there's no guarantee that this is typical results, because typical results is for people to fail and to give up and to lose their capital. How much time will you need for your monthly profit to exceed your living expenses? That depends on how much capital you're starting out with after you learn how to trade. Factor in the amount of time it takes to learn how to trade. Then factor in how much time will it take for you to build your capital to the point where your monthly profit could exceed your living expenses. Then never take any capital out of your account until your monthly profit is at least 2 times your monthly expenses, and then only take out no more than 50% of your monthly profits. Now you see what this is going to do. This will enable you to, once you get to that point, if you ever get to that point, most people will never get to that point because they'll just get frustrated and give up. But if you ever get to that point, then you're going to, at that point, be able to replace your job with Forex trading and continue to increase your capital. Then you just keep repeating the same thing. If it's working for you, just keep doing it over and over. If your account is not increasing, well, stop. Go back to step 1. Learn how to trade, because if your account is not increasing, just consider, I'm still working on step 1, that's learn how to trade. What do I need to do in order to get step 1 mastered? To find out what really works in trading Forex and other financial markets, go to www.forextradingseminar.com. Once you reach that website, the only thing you can do there is to sign up for our free series of training videos and updates on Forex trading. But if you scroll down, there's this one little, currently a little turquoise box with white and orange text on it. If you just click on that, that will take you to the place where right now you can still sign up and enroll in our training program and get 12 months of live daily training and mentoring, looking over my shoulder at exactly what's happening on the charts every day, included with our course for free. I look forward to seeing you there and trading with you on the inside.